I mean, obviously it's still possible to know that BEC exists and fall for it. But like, what do you feel about, like, in terms of like the old days when no one even knew to look for it versus now know to look for it, but there's more people doing it?
Yeah. So I'll give you one stat: $2.4 billion, according to the FBI and the IC3, were lost in 2021 to business email compromise scams. That's a high watermark. It's been increasing year over year over year. Now, I believe a lot of that is just that a lot more people are realizing there's good money to be had if you're successful at this. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of bad actors who perhaps may come from places that where they have a good education, but they don't have good economic prospects. Yeah. And so, at the end of the day, they want to feed their family. Mm-hmm. They're going to find a way to do it, even if that, involves criminal activity. I know people are aware of these scams, and yet no amount of training is going to stop it completely, especially the most sophisticated attacks. And one attack I'd like to talk about that's, I think, really is worth a lot more education is what I call the real estate scam. Okay. So the way the scam works is so first of all, you have to understand, most real estate agents are sort of these independent brokers. They're using their personal Gmail, Yahoo, et cetera accounts. They don't have some corporate email security layer on top of this or anything. So they get fished out of their credentials. Bad guy goes in and puts a rule in there quietly in their inbox that they just get a copy of every message going to or from this person. Basically, they tap the line, right? Mm-hmm. Now you got a nice young couple buying their first home, for example. They're supposed to show up with a check at closing when they go to escrow or whatever the case may be. But no, instead, the scammer waits till just the right moment. Just when they know the real estate agent has signed off for the day, they shoot an email over, hey, make sure you wire your down payment funds to this bank account before you come to closing on Friday. And it's the saddest thing in the world. You end up with homeless homebuyers, basically. Wow. They're still on the hook for the loan, but they don't have the home. They don't have the down payment anymore. Wow. And actually, some FBI friends of mine have said they're aware of at least 2 suicides they personally were aware of as a result of someone being victim of that scam. And so here's the problem, right? A real estate agent, in theory, should know better, right? Because they sell houses every day of the week. You or I buy a home, unless you're a real estate agent on the side, Chris, you and I might buy a home 1, 2, 5 times in our entire life. And so you may not know that the scam is out there, that scam exists. Now, that's an extreme example, sure. But even internally, it's amazing. I see people all the time falling for things. I got a call from a company a few years back. They had just somebody impersonated their CEO, said, I need a copy of all employee W-2s. And they sent them the file with, megabytes of W-2 forms, which the scammers then went and obviously did identity theft to try to file for tax refunds, et cetera. Mm-hmm. And good luck. I mean, imagine the joy of having to deal with the IRS when they tell you, oh, no, we already sent your refund. And you're like, the hell you did. I just filed my taxes. Yeah. It's just such a, I don't know. It's a terrible crime, but yeah, I don't think it's going away here.
No, it doesn't sound like it. That sounds even worse than I had a pretty bad idea, but that sounds even worse. But
my friends call me Debbie Downer, by the way. When it comes to this particular thing,
you're not the only guest that's made me want to pour a stiff cocktail at the end of the episode. Yeah. How about some free cybersecurity training resources for you and your team? Just go to infosecinstitute.com/free to get ebooks, training guides, and more than 100 cybersecurity training courses, all free for CyberWork listeners. Go to infosecinstitute.com/free and start learning crucial new skills today.